Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Dangerous Relationship. We are on Akira Senba's route, on Chapter 2, Be My Girl. We'll see, it's probably too early for things to progress that quickly. But who knows, he's sweet and funny and charming, maybe we'll go ahead and jump right into it anyway. You can just sit back, relax, and let me read you a story. I couldn't stop thinking about his kiss. Even more, it was his confession to me that was on my mind. They both happened so suddenly, it left my thoughts in a jumble. What should I do? I had swiped his hand off my cheek right away. After that, I scrambled out of the room and ran home without a word. If I met him again, I had no idea what sort of face I should look at him with. My phone started blinking, and I picked it up to take a look. The screen showed that Akira was calling me. His earlier confession and face flashed through my memories. Do I answer it? I stared at the phone, unsure of whether to pick it up or ignore his call. I will answer it, of course. Why not? We're on his route after all. I made up my mind to answer the phone. Who knows what I should say to him, but for now I felt I should talk. Besides, I still needed to apologize for leaving him without saying a word. I pressed the button hesitantly and put the phone to my ear. Hello? Dee speaking.
Oh, good, you answered.
His relieved sigh came through the speaker. It instantly made me feel bad for holding out this long. I couldn't see his face, but it wasn't hard to imagine the relief on it.
It's Akira, by the way. How are you?
Yeah.
Sorry.
For
kissing you. I'm sorry.
You should be. Akira.
I just had to call and say I'm sorry. I did it without considering your feelings.
I knew it was my turn to say something, but I just didn't know what. Through the phone came his faint breathing. After a long pause, he took a deep breath and continued.
Are you busy tomorrow?
What, you want to kiss me again? I have to work.
I'm doing a live show.
Huh? The sudden change of topic caught me off guard. You are?
If you get done with work, you should come see it. It's the same studio we ran into each other before. Look for the signs, and you'll be able to find your way. I'll let staff know you're coming. So, good night.
Wait! He blurted it all out so quickly that I had no time to respond. Then he hung up the phone without listening to my answer. I hadn't really been able to say anything to him at all. Even if I went to his live show tomorrow, what would happen? What would I say? Could I even look at him? That night, with those questions floating in my head, I didn't get a wink of sleep. Shall we take a break? Okay.
Care if I go outside for some fresh air?
That day I was working with Taiga Saiba. Taiga! I miss you, baby. We were preparing for a magazine photo shoot that would be happening next week. Sure, just don't go too far. Putting on and taking off so many clothes must have been exhausting for Taiga.
Got it.
Taiga headed out of the studio alone. I'm going to get something to drink. After I put away all the clothes, I decided to take a break as well. Sure, go ahead. I was looking forward to some nice, refreshing tea after all that work.
Jeez.
Just as I was leaving, I heard a familiar voice.
Oh, come on, don't say that. But...
I flung myself against the wall to hide myself, my heart beating wildly. For some reason, Akira was in the studio. It didn't seem like he saw me, though.
I'm begging you. Sorry, just can't help you there.
Akira seemed to be pleading with Taiga for some sort of help.
You're no fun. Besides, you already have a partner.
Are you kidding me? He's trying to get Taiga to be his partner. Why would you think he would be a good comedy partner?
It's not going to last forever.
Was Akira trying to get Taiga to be his partner?
You need to go through management first. So, if I did, you'd be okay with it? I never said that. Come on, think of how good it'll be.
It's totally not his bag.
I've got to go, but I'll consider you interested.
He ran off in a hurry, without waiting for Taiga to respond.
Damn it, what a pain in the ass.
Fortunately, it seemed that Akira never noticed I was there, which was good since I wasn't ready to face him.
How long are you going to hide there for?
Huh?
Come Not already.
Taiga, however, had apparently seen me.
You're a sneak. You even listened to me the first time we met.
That was just a coincidence. Is Akira still here and he's gonna save me from Taiga's advances? I denied it as calmly as possible. So will you do it?
Do what?
Akira wanted your help, right?
So you were eavesdropping after all.
I couldn't help it.
And do you think I should?
I was having a hard time imagining Taiga doing comedy. Then again, it might make it interesting since it's so hard to picture. Yeah, he could be the straight man. Then, maybe you should try it. I suggested timidly.
You're just a stylist. What do you know anyway?
It's just, I can't see how two handsome guys on stage could go wrong.
Yeah, it's pointless if we just stand there and aren't funny.
I guess not. Perhaps it was too much of a stretch.
What a waste of time. You ruined my break. Let's head back.
Okay. Good work. Can I get you to clean up? I can take care of it. The others had gone, leaving only me in the studio to put clothes away. Phew, today was tiring for some reason. It was probably because I felt so nervous about what to do. There was only one reason why. It was because of what Akira had said. I tried to push it to the back of my mind while working, but now... My hand stopped and I glanced at the clock. It was late. I guess Akira's live show would be over now anyway. At least I didn't have to make the decision to go or not anymore. I stared down at the pile of clothes. Maybe this was for the best. I should just forget about the whole incident and put it behind me. I didn't have to worry about it anymore. Eventually I would meet Akira for work and have to deal with it. But I wouldn't worry about it when it happened.
The comedy duo got pushed back that late?
I heard someone from staff say it in the hallway.
Jeez. Oh well.
Their voice went quiet as they walked farther down the hall. The comedy live was probably the same one Akira was in. It must have still been airing. Then again, if I went, Akira's turn might already be over. I hugged the clothes I was folding to my chest. Enough of this. I decided in my mind I would go to the live show. Nothing would change unless I took the first step. I'm going. Laughter spilled out from the studio. Maybe I was late and Akira had already finished his act. Excuse me, I'm Dirili D. I introduced myself to one of the staff members as I walked in.
Oh, Akira told us you might be coming.
They welcomed me into the studio.
You are just in time. Akira is about to start.
Really? I scanned my eyes around the studio. At the other side, I spotted Akira standing there.
Why don't you get closer?
I'm fine right here. In truth, there was less chance for him to notice me from back here. The other act ended, and it was Akira's turn to take the stage.
Thank you very much, and now please welcome our next guest, Sonogi.
Hearing that made my heart race.
Thank you, thank you.
Akira made his appearance with a grand smile.
Only one of us was able to make it today, though. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to say, Kira Akira, whenever I introduce myself.
He made a ludicrous bodybuilding pose and flexed his muscles.
What the hell? Whose idea was that?
The crowd erupted with laughter.
Actually, it was my boss's idea, so I have to.
He made a show of drooping his head and slumping his shoulders. Do it again!
Really? Kira Akira!
His will succumbed to the cheers from the crowd. He tossed a wink and gave a peace sign this time. It made the crowd go wild. He obviously was very popular with women in particular.
So, what do you think?
I thought someone was asking me, but it was just a conversation between staff.
You mean Akira?
Yeah. I listened to their voices intently. They weren't even talking about me, but for some reason I was so interested.
He's good, right?
It was such a relief to hear that.
I was worried about how he would do alone, but he's doing just fine.
Oh, right. His partner is still in the hospital. Ah, so that's what happened. I guess a bone fracture takes a while to heal. I knew Akira's partner was out for some reason. But this was my first time finding out why. That must have been why he looked so troubled when I mentioned the duo. Worried about him, I glanced at his face as he continued on the stage.
I get paid half as much now. I can't even afford the dollar menu anymore.
He joked with the crowd, earning their laughter. On stage, Akira glowed with a radiant smile. I wondered how much of that was hiding concern about his partner. Ugh! Our eyes met. Don't get distracted! I was so far away, I wasn't sure if he actually knew it was me or not. Perhaps I was giving it too much thought. I will smile back. What do you mean smile back? He's not smiling at me in the first place. How can I smile back? If I smiled, maybe he wouldn't make a big deal out of it. Forcing a smile, my face undoubtedly looked goofy. It made him blush, though. Still, it looked like Akira smiled back.
Thanks for watching. Huge thank you from Sonogi.
With his act over, Akira sunk back behind the stage curtains. I should probably leave soon before running into Akira. It was a bit rude, but I would just have to thank him for inviting me through a message. Am I going to literally bump into him a third time? I turned around and sneaked out of the studio, trying to keep a low profile. In the end, though, I was glad I'd come to see it. But then... I found my arm being yanked from behind. Twisting around, I turned to see who it was. It was the staff member I spoke to in the morning. Sorry if I scared you. No worries. They had scared me out of my mind, but I didn't mention it. I'm glad I caught you before you left. Did you need something? Maybe there had been a problem with one of the wardrobes or something. You know the clothes you bought for Taiga? I wanted to know where you got them. Oh, that's easy. I told them the brand name and the store the clothes were ordered from. Great, thanks. You've got a great eye for fashion, you know. Thanks. It made me feel really good to know other people thought I was doing my job well. I'll see you later then. Take care, goodbye. Waving my hand to leave, I made for the studio exit.
The company should be grateful to have someone as good as you.
Huh? I turned around, anxious to face the new voice.
Saw you from stage. I knew it was you.
So he had noticed me after all.
I came looking for you the second it was over. If you hadn't been stopped just now, I would have missed you.
I wasn't sure if that made me lucky or not. Oh, either one is rude. I shouldn't just... Now that he caught me, you can't just leave. You gotta talk to him. But I have to say leave. I guess that's better than hurrying away. First of all, I hadn't done anything wrong, so I shouldn't feel bad for leaving. I walked away calmly. I didn't even say goodbye. Goodbye. There we go. That's better.
You're walking like a zombie.
No. I felt so nervous that I looked silly trying to walk away.
Thank you for coming. I was really happy.
I stopped walking and turned to face him. Akira looked at me bashfully. His gaze entrapped my eyes. Something about him had the power to make me a captive to his stare. And he seems to know it. Akira looked directly back at me. Unable to take it any longer, I averted my gaze. I felt too flustered to look at him for even a second more.
I honestly didn't think you would come. I thought you would still be mad.
You're wrong,
You have every right to be.
No. I wasn't mad. I just felt so lost and confused. I didn't know what to do.
That's why I'm so glad you came today.
Oh. My mind was such a mess that was the best response I could muster.
What did you think of today?
How was I supposed to answer? It was funny, of course. He was anxiously awaiting my answer, so I told him my true thoughts.
Really?
Of course.
Thank goodness. You don't know how relieved I am to hear that from you.
The wrinkles on his face vanished and he smiled.
I know I can't replace an apology, but I just wanted to make you smile. Smiles look better on you than anyone else.
He liked my smile? Hearing that would make me blush. No, I already was.
Also...
Yeah?
I wanted to use this chance to tell you.
What?
I'm serious about you.
You... what? I exclaimed, my voice wild with disbelief.
I wasn't joking when I said it was love at first sight.
He unleashed a flurry of words my heart wasn't ready for.
My confession still stands.
My poor head was rampantly trying to deal with all these emotions I felt. I wasn't sure I understood everything he was saying. My head was such a jumble, I couldn't keep up.
I said I would give up if you said no, but I can't stop that anymore.
I felt breathless.
I love you.
Finally, I worked out enough courage to speak, but words were still out of the question. That doesn't make any sense.
I'll wait for your answer.
I had to say something. I must say something.
I'll do whatever it takes to make you like me back,
He said, flashing a gorgeous smile at me.
so be ready for it.
I was at a complete loss as to what to do. Alright, well, Chapter 3 will be Certifying Our Love. I have no idea what to make of that title. It kind of feels like we went nowhere with that chapter, really. But I guess it was a little something. Alright, well anyway, hope to see you in the next episode or one of my other videos. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye-bye, everybody.